Hello ladies and gentlemen, and how are you all doing? I hope you are doing fantastical. This is my cat. His name is Mr. Whiskers. Please love him. Give the internet some... What the hell is on your nose? Give the internet some love. Go mow mows. This is all forms of cat abuse. Okay. Anyway, so we're here to talk about general malediction curses. Now, I am not actually going to do a curse, even though there are some bitches that need to be burned to the fucking ground, but I'm not going to do that because I'm a better person than them. That's right. So, I wanted to show you some of the things that I will pull out when it's time to burn a bitch to the fucking ground. And trust me, there are times where you want to burn that bitch so far into the ground they couldn't get out even if they tried. Now, when it comes to cursing and hexing and all of that stuff and blah, 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 the important thing to understand is it even worth my time? Is it? Is it worth my time to sit here and curse Cindy Lou Who because she's a social climbing bitch who is just a social climbing bitch? I mean, is it really is there a point to cursing her? Can I just block the bitch and move on with my life? 99.9% of your internet problems can literally be dealt with by hitting a fucking block button, people. Seriously, you are really ridiculous. I mean, I've seen people in the witchy community on the YouTube channel, you know, they live in, I don't know, Europe somewhere. And they got some bitch in the United States saying shit about them, or in Canada, saying shit about them, and they cursing people. Okay, first of all, you live in Europe. Second of all, this is North America. Third of all, you really must hate whoever it is that you constantly keep going after. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ, person. Jesus fucking Christ. Now let's talk about those times where, you know, you've tried everything. You've tried to be civil, but that bitch needs to fucking burn. Whether it's an internet bitch or whether it's not an internet bitch, let's talk about cursing and hexing. Now don't forget to go down to that description box and click on that link and go and see Lunar Wisdom's video, because Lunar Wisdom, she's gonna have a good video on this and you want to get some inspiration. This is just a talking video. So as you guys already know in this series, I don't actually do any magic. I mostly talk about ideas and ways in which you could do the spell by giving you some insight into my own craft, but also realize that my craft constantly evolves in the way that I do my spells. So the way I show you here may not be the way that I actually burn you should I need to burn you. And yes, I will burn you. If I need to burn you, I don't give a fuck. I'll burn you to the ground. Now, I like these little figurines. This is a male wax candle. I've got a female wax candle. This here is my Command and Compel oil. This is the fire oil we made a couple videos ago. We all know what dragon's blood is. This is my cursing dust that I've made. It has a lot of black salt in it, but it's been imbued with the ability to curse and burn. And then patchouli, because usually when I curse somebody, I'm working with the spirits. Now, sometimes I'll work with the goddess, because the goddess loves to fuck around. Most of the time, she likes to just go for the kill shot, but I can sometimes convince her it's time to fuck with this bitch. And then there's Ashtaroth, who, you know, he doesn't really get involved in cursing so much. I mostly use Dentalion for that. If I really, really need to mind fuck somebody, I will use Dentalion. So, curses are not meant to be taken lightly. This is not something that you're just like, you know, oh, this is a general malediction curse. Like, no, for fuck's sakes, people, you need to be thinking about this. Because when I do a curse, I am putting all of my anger and hate and just every piece of rage that I have towards this fuckery of a person that I'm burning to the ground. I'm putting it all in there. I'm taking all of this hate, I'm taking all of this misery, I'm taking everything I have against this person, and I'm burning them to the ground. See, that is the purpose of a curse, is that you're so angry, you're so rageful, you're just building that energy up, and then you're pouring it into the fucking person you're gonna burn to the ground. I mean, it just gets exciting. Cursing is fun. We should all do it. But, I mean, in reality, what you are doing is you are raising that level of energy to a level that you're just pushing it all in. And you're really focusing on the hate. You're really focusing in on the pain. You're really focusing in on every single negative emotion about this person or situation that you can, and you are just pouring it in. You're pouring it through your hands, you're pouring it through your body, you're pouring every single ounce that you have, to the point where after the spell is done, you are so exhausted you could sleep for a fucking week. That is how you do a proper curse. So what I like to do is I like to think about, what do I want this person to suffer from? Okay. Sometimes you want to give them headaches, or you want to pierce various parts of their body. Maybe if it's a man, you want to find a pin and stick it fucking far up his ass, or if it's a woman, you want to carve out the coach. A lot of the times what I like to do is I'll slit the throat of the wax doll, because I'm killing them. Now, I'm not literally killing them. What I'm saying is I'm metaphorically killing them. I'm removing them from my life. By slitting their throat, I'm removing them from my life. They're no longer any importance to me. They're useless, they're scum, they're gone. Then, I'll put them in a jar, usually with the picture of the person, and trust me, I can tell you right now, 95% of you witches out there, you are super easy to find on Facebook. Anyways, so then I'll wrap the picture of the person around them, put them in a jar, put aluminum foil around the jar so that if they suspect that magic is being done against them, they have no idea it's me. And then place cat shit and various other herbs and so on and so forth. Douse them in Command and Compel, douse them in fire oil, maybe some dragon's blood, cursing dust, I have a cursing oil as well, so on and so forth, and you're just putting all those intentions in that you really want this person to burn to the fucking ground, and you want them, you essentially are killing them out of your life. You're literally killing them out of your life. And then as you burn this down, what I do then is I will take the jar, as I'll seal it and burn a black candle on top to seal the jar. And then I'll either leave it in the graveyard, throw it in the river, or bury it somewhere far away where I never have to think about it again. But that is generally how I tend to do my curses and my hexes when it comes to burning somebody. But the important thing that you need to be asking yourself is, do I really need to be doing this curse? Is there another way to deal with this? Maybe I block their phone number, maybe I remove them from my friends list, maybe I just stop talking to them, maybe I just tell them that I don't want to be their friend anymore. Whatever the case is, you really have to think about if cursing is the necessary step here. Maybe you need to get the law involved. Maybe you need to get the proper authorities involved. Maybe you need to step away from the situation and breathe and look at it with a new perspective and trying to understand why or what made you think about cursing or whatever. But in the case where you need or you think you want to curse this person into the fucking ground where they can never escape, maybe they're threatening your family. I mean, get the law involved. Maybe, you know, there's a bully at school who's hurting your child. I mean, go to the fucking principal. But, you know, you can curse and you can hex people by essentially, you know, putting all of that hate and that anger towards that person or place into the representation. Now, you don't have to use one of these candles. You can just use a regular, you know, tea light candle, or you could use a petition. I mean, you don't even have to use candles. A lot of my magic is candle based. But you don't have to use a candle. You could just make a poppet and stick them in a jar with a bunch of fire ants, or you could take a poppet and cover it in honey and stick it in a fire ant nest. I mean, there's tons of ways to do a curse. This is a really easy way to do a curse. All you have to do is take some representation of them in the form of a candle. In this particular case, a candle, because I'm using a candle, and so I'm giving you an idea with a candle. But, you know, it can be a tea light candle, it can be whatever kind of candle you want it to be, make it that candle. I don't give a fuck if it's a candle you buy at Walmart. I don't give a fuck if it's a candle you buy at Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't give a fuck. It's all about the fucking intentions. And everybody's so concerned with the proper color candle, the proper, fuck all that shit. Literally fuck all that shit. Let's get basic. Any candle, anywhere, anytime. Doesn't matter. Now, if you can get a hold of their actual name, first and last, you know, carve that on the bottom of the candle or somewhere on the candle. Maybe if you're using a regular candle, write a petition like, I want Cindy Lou Who to fucking die in a horrific car accident. I mean, be realistic, right? Like, I banish Cindy Lou Who from my life and she will feel the pain that she has caused me. And put those intentions in and visualize, because witchcraft is 100 and billion, trillion, gazillion, illion% about visualization. It is literally about visualization. You are visualizing the outcome, people. And you're putting those intentions in. And maybe you're dousing it with some oil, you know, you're dousing it and you're putting some herbs, some patchouli and some cursing oil on it, or I mean dust on it, and then you're putting your intentions in. And then as you light the candle, you know, you're still putting the intentions in. You should, when it comes to cursing, and I'm just going to be really opinionated about this, you should be putting all of the hate, all of the anger, every single thing that you have into the spell. Because a curse or a hex generally is used to remove something from your life. You're removing this thing from your life. So what you want to do is you want to take all of that hate and that anger and that misery and that pain and that suffering and every single thing that person has ever done to you and just boil it all up until it's rage and pour it into this. That is the most effective way to do it. Okay? So, I hope that this video has taught you something, given you some ideas, some inspiration for cursing and hexing and so on and so forth. I'm not actually going to do a general malediction curse because I don't like wasting supplies. I also don't really feel like cursing anybody, and I don't like doing demonstrations where I end up wasting supplies. So I thought that I would talk to you guys today about curses and how I tend to do them. Now, in terms of deities to work with, I work with Ashtaroth and the goddess, and you know, the goddess is more of a just kill it now and be done with it. Ashtaroth is also very similar, kill it now and be done with it, but I'm the type of person who likes to bat my toys around like cats playing in their own feces. I mean, it's fun. Okay, so don't forget to click that link in the description and head over to Lunar Wisdom's video and check out her probably actual spell for a curse or malediction, or maybe she's demonstrating it, but I'm sure it'll be really great. And I hope that you learned something from this and took inspiration from this. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section below.